October 2025, Billie Eilish stands at the Wall Street Journal Innovator Awards. A room of billionaires sits in stunned silence as she tells Mark Zuckerberg and George Lucas to give their money away, and announces a donation of $11.5 million on the spot. But what does it take for a young star, once molded by the machine, to confront the system on its biggest stage? To understand how Billie got here, you need to see what industry puppet making really looks like, up close. Los Angeles, 2000. Billie Eilish Pirate Baird, O'Connell is born into a house where the lines between work and play are almost impossible to spot. Her mother, Maggie Baird, juggles acting gigs with songwriting. Her father, Patrick O'Connell, moves between indie film sets and voiceover jobs. Neither parent clocks in at a 9 to 5. Instead, the O'Connell home is a revolving door of scripts, instruments, and half-finished creative projects. Homeschooling isn't just a schedule, it's a passport to hours of unsupervised experimentation. By the time Billie is 11, the family's modest Highland Park house has morphed into a makeshift studio. There's a MacBook loaded with GarageBand, a tangle of microphones, and a keyboard that's seen better days. Finneas, her older brother by 4 years, becomes both collaborator and co-conspirator. He writes, she sings, and together they build tracks with the kind of polish that usually requires a label's checkbook. Their parents' careers mean there's always someone around who knows how to tweak a vocal take or troubleshoot a busted cable. The family's SAG health insurance and union gigs might not make them rich, but they do put industry tools within arm's reach. While most kids Billie's age are learning to play hot cross buns, she's layering harmonies and tracking demos that wouldn't sound out of place on the radio. The bedroom isn't just a sanctuary, it's a launch pad. Flexible schooling means Billie and Finneas can record until sunrise if inspiration hits. And when it does, the results are uploaded straight to SoundCloud, ready for anyone, industry, scouts included, to stumble across. The myth of the overnight sensation usually skips the part about years of homegrown training. But in this case, the foundation is hiding in plain sight, a family quietly stacking the odds in favor of something extraordinary. December 2016, Billie and Finneas uploaded a song called Ocean Eyes to SoundCloud. It was not meant to change their lives, just a track for Billie's dance teacher to use in class. But within days, the play count did not just tick up, it exploded. The algorithm picked up the scent, playlists multiplied, and suddenly a 14-year-old bedroom demo was racing past 1 million streams. Music blogs scrambled to identify the mysterious new voice. Tweets and reposts stacked up, each one pulling the song deeper into the digital bloodstream. For Billie, this was not the slow burn of open mic nights and local gigs. This was the hyperspeed of the streaming era, where a single upload can turn a teenager into the most wanted name in artists and repertoire inboxes overnight. Label scouts and managers started circling, their direct messages pinging with promises and offers. Every major player in the industry wanted a piece of the viral phenomenon. The stakes for Billie shifted instantly. She was no longer just a homeschooled kid with a cool song, she was a potential brand, a future chart topper, a blank slate for executives to project their next big idea. The same platforms that gave her a shot now set the pace for what came next. There was no manual for what to do when your hobby becomes headline news before you even finish high school. But for Billie, the era of bedroom anonymity was officially over. By 2017, Billie Eilish had something the industry could not resist, a look, a sound, and a vibe that did not fit the usual mold but could be packaged like a limited edition sneaker drop. The oversized hoodies, the acid green roots, the haunted house music videos, none of it happened by accident. Creative directors and stylists armed with fresh budgets got to work. Wardrobe memos floated between management and label staff, each one fine-tuning the formula. Billie should be instantly recognizable, even in silhouette. Apple Music's Up Next campaign splashed her image across banners and playlists, introducing the world to a star who had just rolled out of her bedroom and onto a magazine cover. The horror-inspired visuals, the whisper vocals, the baggy clothes, they all became assets to be deployed. It was not just about standing out from artists like Ariana Grande and Dua Lipa, it was about making sure that in a sea of pop hopefuls, Billie was the one you could not scroll past. A team of playlist programmers, fashion consultants, and digital marketers mapped out every touchpoint. The goal was simple: turn quirks into iconography. Billie's personal choices, her resistance to being sexualized, and her preference for comfort were amplified and monetized. Every music video, every red carpet, every Instagram post became another brick in the brand. The result was a persona that felt authentic and anti-pop, but was also engineered to dominate feeds and rack up streams. In the end, the industry did not just accept Billie's difference, it made it the main attraction. Every headline, every trending hashtag, every viral TikTok dissecting Billie Eilish's latest outfit, none of it happens in a vacuum. The moment she steps outside in a neon puffer or posts a blurry selfie, the internet lights up. Tabloids churn out think pieces about her body and her choices, while algorithm-driven feeds push the outrage to the top. In 2019, after paparazzi photos sparked a wave of body-shaming tweets, Billie's name shot to the top of Twitter's trending list. Streams of her music spiked in the days that followed, and her Instagram followers climbed by hundreds of thousands. The cycle is simple. Scrutiny fuels engagement, and engagement means profit. Labels, brands, and media outlets know the formula well. Controversy does not just keep Billie relevant, it keeps the cash flowing. When fans and critics argue over her clothing or speculate about her relationships, every click, comment, and repost translates into ad revenue and streaming numbers. The more heated the debate, the higher the numbers climb. Even negative attention becomes a marketing tool, propelling her songs back onto playlists and reigniting interest in old videos. But the emotional cost stacks up too. Billie has spoken in interviews about the exhaustion that comes from being watched so closely. She has described feeling burned out, overwhelmed by the constant need to perform not just on stage, but everywhere, online, in public, even in private moments that end up splashed across gossip sites. The system profits from the outrage, but the person at the center pays in anxiety and fatigue. For every boost in engagement, there is a toll that does not show up on the charts. April 2021. Billie Eilish steps into the spotlight with platinum blonde hair and a wardrobe that swaps neon streetwear for corsets and silk. The world takes notice. Magazine covers, Instagram grids, and late-night interviews all showcase a new visual language, one that refuses to apologize for growing up or changing shape. The album Happier Than Ever drops, with Billie and Finneas listed as co-producers on nearly every track. The sound is bigger, the lyrics more direct, the production sharper. This is not a label-imposed rebrand. It is a calculated risk taken on her own terms. Every video, every photo shoot, every note is a statement. The girl in the baggy clothes can choose her armor, and she can take it off. For the first time, the creative decisions feel like they are coming from inside the house, a shift toward autonomy and choice. Every act of rebellion has a price tag, especially when it is trending. When Billie Eilish challenges the status quo, whether it is calling out billionaires or swapping baggy sweats for a corset, the response is not just applause or outrage. It is a spike in engagement, a surge in streams, a flood of hashtags and duets on TikTok. Platforms reward controversy by pushing it to the top of everyone's feed, turning dissent into data and clicks into currency. The more unpredictable or disruptive her moves, the more valuable she becomes to the very machine she critiques. Even gestures meant to break free from the system end up fueling it. Resistance is measured, monetized, and recycled as content. Billie's journey raises a question with no easy answer. In a world where every bold move is instantly commodified, is it possible to be truly authentic, or does every act of freedom just become another product to sell? Every major artist today faces the same invisible machine, one that shapes authenticity as much as it sells it. In a world where image and influence are currency, the line between puppet and puppeteer keeps shifting. The industry adapts. The question is, will the artists?